Welcome back. Today I'm taking a look at Dango's new M1 Lite wallet. Let's check it out. All right, so let me give you a look at Dango's new M1 Lite wallet and why you guys are checking this out. Let's talk about some of the features. The Dango M1 Lite is a vertical style bifold that's sort of a mix between the M1 Spec Ops and the M1 Rail wallet. In the Rail, it can hold up to 4 credit cards, and the bifold can hold up to 12 cards in its 4 card slots. The chassis is made from 6061 aluminum and has a Cera-coated finish, and the bifold's made from Dango's own D-Tex water-resistant material. It can also hold up to 10 bills folded into quarters, and is RFID protected if you use the included RFID card. And just like all Dango products, everything is handcrafted and made right here in the USA. So let's talk dimensions. The Dango M1 Lite comes in at 2.8 inches by 4.2 inches and has a thickness of 0.6 inches. And according to my weight test, it comes in at 2.8 ounces. That's 78 grams. And at the time of recording this video, there's 2 colors available with the D-Tex bifold. This one is the Desert Tan, and here is the OD Green. Now I mentioned that the new M1 Lite is a cross between the Dango M1 Spec Ops here, and currently still my favorite Dango wallet of all time, the M1 Rail wallet. If you guys saw my review on the M1 Rail, you're gonna know why I like this wallet so much. But basically, they just combined these two and created the M1 Lite. So it incorporates the Rail system, as we saw in the M1 Rail here, and basically everything else is going to look like the M1 Spec Ops here. You can see that D-Tex bifold is exactly the same on both of these wallets. And if I open it up here, you're gonna see the 4th pocket on the inside. The ID window is exactly the same. But one major change I believe is for the better is they made it just a little bit thinner. You can see that chassis is a lot less thick than the M1 Spec Ops here. And I just said thick. What I really meant to say is the width here. The actual thickness, I believe, is exactly the same.
A few moments later.
And I just had to test that theory, and I was exactly right. It comes in at 0.42 inches. My battery is dying there, but you can see that. So they're exactly the same thickness, but the width is a lot less chunky. Not that it was a huge problem, at least for me, but I read a lot of my comments, and the width of some Dango wallets, just the width of this chassis, is one of the main reasons you haven't bought one of these wallets yet. So Dango heard your complaints and they made the M1 Lite here, and just holding it in my hands, you can definitely tell there's no more front cover plate as we saw on the Spec Ops. There's no need for it because once they adopted the Rail wallet from the M1 Rail, these little arms right here hold your cards in pretty securely. But I'll demonstrate that shortly when I do the card test. Now the M1 Lite currently is only available in the 2 different colors, which I have right here, and the bifold is only available in D-Tex, which I'm sure they'll release some leather options in the future, but as a leather alternative, I'm a big fan of this water-resistant D-Tex material. And because it's basically the same bifold as we saw on the M1 Spec Ops, you're still going to get the MT-01 multi-tool that doubles as a clasp. This is still one of my favorite clasps on the market. You can see it holds that bifold in pretty securely, but in a pinch, the MT-01 is a 5-in-1 multi-tool. Those 5 tools are a bottle opener, a 1/4-inch wrench, a small Phillips screwdriver, a small flathead screwdriver, and a chisel. Yes, I realize that nobody's gonna reach for this if they have to use a Phillips head screwdriver, but like I said, in a pinch, if you're carrying the M1 Lite, it's right there because it's basically your clasp. And I absolutely love that idea. Once I get it back on, there we go. And it's still my favorite clasp on the market until somebody else can come up with a better clasp that's a 5-in-1 multi-tool. Now let me open this back up, the M1 Lite, and can really see the differences here with that chassis. So on the M1 Spec Ops, you have the 2 attachment points right there on the top and then 2 more on the bottom. But on the M1 Lite, You can see they ditched a lot of that bulk. Now there's only the 2 attachment points on the bottom, and you can see they're a lot less chunky. And by the M1 Lite ditching the 2 attachment points right here on the top, that just means you can't use the M1 Lite as a badge holder. Well, at least you can't use it with the neck lanyard, because you can attach the lanyard right here and just wear this around your neck. Now let me show you what came in the box with the M1 Lite. Dango's tin case, which is awesome. The 550 paracord lanyard. There's an M1 Lite insert that shows you what everything is. A Dango thank you card thanking you for your support. There's an RFID protection card in here, so if you want to protect your cards from RFID theft, just slap that bad boy on the top. And an extra card that just tells you that you can customize your wallets. All right, now let's do a quick card demonstration. The rail can hold up to 4 flat cards depending on the thickness. And once they're in there, kind of clicks in, and those little arms on the side of the rail lock the card in. And if I slide up that top card, you can see how those arms are working. Now, Dango says each one of these 4 pockets on the D-Tex bifold can hold up to 3 cards apiece for a total of 12. There's 2 pockets right here in the front. You can see the D-Tex that's folded over to make a cross and a V cutout. There's an ID window slot on the back, and then another one right on the inside. Now, I never recommend stacking cards in card pockets like this. So I would recommend only 1 card a piece in each one of these pockets for a total of 4. So you add that 4 to the 4 that's in the rail. That's a total of 8 cards. That's just what I recommend. Obviously, you can hold more if you want to stretch out these pockets, which they will. But once you start stacking multiple cards in pockets like this, getting the card from the back just becomes a pain in the butt. So that's why I never really recommend stacking cards, even though it could hold 3. Just recommending 1. And if you guys saw my review on the M1 Spec Ops here, you're going to know that this is a highly functional bifold. Getting your cards in and out of this bifold is a breeze, especially with this pretty large ID window. Acts as a very large thumb cutout. You can see pushing my card up, not a problem at all. And the same deal goes for the pocket on the inside right there, and the pockets on the outside. Obviously, you're going to want to put your most used credit card right there in the front, and there's so much surface area right there. Just slide it out with your thumb. It is very stiff right now because this is a brand new wallet. That D-Tex will break in a little bit, not as much as leather. It'll still hold its firmness, but it'll break in slightly. And then getting your card out of the back, not as easy as this top card, obviously, but there's a little thumb notch right there on the bottom. Just push up and then you can grab out that card a little bit easier. Now, one of my favorite features of the M1 rail wallet here is the rail system. If you slide all of your cards out of the way, it reveals sort of a secret compartment. And all that secret compartment really is just a cavity right here that's held shut by your cards. So your cards sort of act as a door. And that cavity is 1.9 by 2.8 inches. So it will hold up to 10 bills folded into quarters. And that's exactly what I have right here, 10 American dollar bills. Let's fold those into quarters and stick them in that little cavity. Now I'm gonna put 1 card right on the top just to enclose those bills. You can see what I'm talking about. Just a little hidden secret compartment that's held shut by your credit cards. I absolutely love it. And you can put anything you want to in there. You can put coins in there if you want, but if you put coins in there, they're gonna make a lot of noise and rattle around. But the point is you could, anything that will fit in a 1x9 by 2.8 inch space. Now let's talk about some add-ons. This is the Dango silicone band. And if you wanna add a little bit more functionality to the M1 Lite, just slip this over the top there. And now, if you need to carry some more cards, just slip them under that band. It can hold more bills if you close it. You still have more spots for cards and bills on the other side, or just, if you don't like it there, you can just slip it on over the rail here, and the same deal. More cards, more bills on either side. So just the addition of this silicone band right here adds so much more functionality and the ability to carry a bunch more cards and cash. And if that wasn't enough, you can add the Dango pocket clip to the M1 Lite. Just slip it right there, dead center. And you can see that design locks it into place right there. And now it sort of gives the feel of a traditional bifold with the ability to stuff some bills right there in the center of the wallet and not have to fold your bills into quarters. So you can see what I'm talking about. Just slide some bills under that clip, and close it up. The sky really is the limit when you're talking about how many cards in cash the M1 Lite can hold, just with the addition of the silicone band and this pocket clip here. So I think this is a fantastic release from Dango. They took their very popular M1 Spec Ops wallet, combined it with my favorite wallet, the M1 Rail wallet, and created the M1 Lite wallet. You can carry this as minimal as you want, but as you can see, you can just keep loading and loading and loading this thing. So right now, Dango's asking $109 for the M1 Lite wallet. Anytime a wallet hits that $100 price point, I always ask myself, is there anything out there less expensive that does the exact same thing? And in this situation, I'm not really sure. There's a bunch of wallets out there under $100 and can hold a lot. But as I demonstrated here, the M1 Lite, you can carry it as minimal as you want, or you can just keep stuffing more cards in cash. Couple that with the D-Tex material and a Cerakoted aluminum frame, made in the USA. I think I can go ahead and still give this a recommendation, even at that $109 price point. But I do have a discount code for my subs. It's no longer a 10% discount. It's now a 20% discount. If you use the code CT20, you can get 20% off your order. So that's taking about, what, 22 bucks off the price of the M1 Lite. So at that price point, all day long, I'll have all that information down below in my description box. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!